Warning sign number 1, polyuria. So when you see the word poly when we're dealing with medical or science or biology, I want you to think of this as being many, multiple. And then urea means urine. So polyuria simply means increased urination. And so once again, this is a very common symptom that I see often with patients who are undiagnosed with diabetes or either diagnosed with diabetes, but it's unmanaged. And so we have to understand that the body is intelligent. The body is constantly trying to maintain this balance of homeostasis. High blood sugar is not homeostasis. It's not the area where the body wants to be. And so what's going to happen? Your body is going to redirect a lot of the blood sugar to your liver so that it can be converted to fat and then shipped out to the fat cells. However, if your blood sugar is extremely high, I'm talking about 180, which is the threshold, your body is going to now redirect that blood glucose to your kidneys in order for it to be filtrated out of the body into the urine to help decrease that glucose. Now, in order for your body to do this, that high amount of glucose needs to be diluted with what? Water. Where is your body going to get this water? Well, because your body is in such an adverse situation, it's now going to have to pull the water from the cells. Now, your body having to utilize the water inside of the cells is a huge problem because those cells, those trillions of cells that we have, they need that water. However, at the time, that high blood sugar is a bigger problem to deal with. And so your body is now going to have to utilize the water inside the cells to dilute that high glucose in order to send it to your kidneys in order for it to be excreted out through urine. And so commonly what happens is when people have high glucose, they find themselves having to go to the bathroom over and over and over and over and over, especially at night. And this is something I really hear a lot from patients. And in addition to that, we can also see that sugar in the urine when we do a urinalysis or when we do a dipstick. And so in other words, when we go to test their urine, we can literally see that there is sugar in the urine by doing the urinalysis or by doing a dipstick. And here's an interesting fact. Back in Kemet or Egypt, this was one of the ways that they would tell if someone was diabetic or not. Now, there weren't many diabetics at all back in that time. However, they did realize that some people, when they urinated on the ground, this would attract ants. The reason why that was occurring is because there was literally sugar in their urine, which would attract ants. Now, something else very important for us to understand is that your kidneys having to work this hard to filter out that much glucose is very harsh on the kidneys. In fact, doing this over time can cause damage to what they call the nephrons. This is called nephropathy. This is when we start to talk about kidney disease. Over time, this can lead to kidney failure, which will lead to dialysis. So please don't ignore this sign. All right, number 2, the second warning sign that you may have high blood sugar is called polydipsia. Once again, let's look at the word poly, meaning many or multiple, and dipsia means thirst. So essentially we're talking about increased thirst or excessive thirst. Now, once again, rewind this and look at the first warning sign, which is polyuria. That means increased urination. So because you're going to the restroom a whole lot, guess what? You're losing a lot of fluid. Now, your cells, they need multiple things. We're talking about oxygen, we're talking about nutrients, and also water. They need that water. And so when you have that high glucose, this is forcing the cells to release the water they already have in it. Your body has to do this because glucose just going to your kidneys, your kidneys won't be able to filter that out. It needs to be diluted. In order for it to be diluted, it needs more water, and that water is coming from your cells. Once this starts to happen, you're going to start to become dehydrated. Now, most of Americans are dehydrated at a mild level at least. However, when you're diabetic, you are most likely going to be dehydrated for the simple fact you have high blood sugar. Once this starts to happen, this is going to cause a lot of problems. Dehydration itself causes multiple problems, such as fatigue, such as cramps, also headaches. And when your body starts to feel this dehydration, this is going to signal your brain to drink more water. Your body's trying to do this to replenish the water that's being lost at a very rapid rate because you're urinating because the sugar is high. Now, unfortunately, what people do to add insult to injury is that they reach for something like a soda or juice to quench their thirst. This makes things 10 times worse. So if you find yourself drinking excessively and you're not really sure why, it may be time for you to get checked out. Number 3. Yo, what's going on? This is Edward and you have just watched a clip from my YouTube channel. If you want to see the full video, be sure to click the link in the description to watch the full video on my YouTube channel.